Hello. Welcome to Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. Listen, I had already planned to come to you from my office, but I get to my office and then I am not able to get in. So I'm not sure exactly what has happened with that, but we'll do what we can do now, and then we'll see what I can do later on this week. But this is what I want to tell you. We always talk about everybody is not happy for us when we do something. Everybody, don't wish us well, all that good stuff. We always talk about that, right? But let me make this fact clear, okay? Let me make this perfectly clear right quick. Hold on now. Everybody may not be happy for us, but everyone doesn't want us to fail. Everyone doesn't want us to fail. And what gets me is those who don't know much. Let's just take business, for instance, because that was the situation that I was just in, okay? Those of us who know how to establish a business, what's needed, about how much it's going to cost us to start a business. First of all, when we try to inform someone about that, we're not doing it for them to fail. We're doing it so that when they start their business, that they won't have to stop their business. Because you can't play with these people about them coins, them taxes and stuff. That's what it's all about, for one. When they authorize you to have a business, they count on how much they're going to expect to receive from you yearly, okay? So just because someone tries to tell you, hey, you can't do that, you have to do this, and this first, doesn't mean they're wishing you bad. Some people are just trying to give you the business aspect of what you're trying to do. Now, if you're a person that don't know heads from tails, if you don't know about what you should be doing or how you should be doing to establish your business, how you gonna get mad when somebody trying to tell you, hey, that's not the proper way to do things? That's not, excuse me, y'all. That's not how you should do it. I just had a conversation with somebody a few minutes ago, right? And I mean, it's crazy to me because, first of all, you already know that I have about 3 businesses already established in the city, okay? Now, notice I didn't say that my business were highly successful and all that stuff. But guess what? I'm happy. So I got 3 businesses already established in this city, right? And so I'm trying to tell someone that you cannot just move into a business without doing the proper procedure. You cannot just say, I'm taking over, and you haven't established your business with the city and with the state. You have to establish your business. And so you get an attitude because I'm telling you that you can't do that. But you don't know anything about business side of anything. You always been the worker, okay? You've always been in the trenches. And you don't know anything about paperwork and everything, but I'm trying to tell you about how much it's going to cost you, what you have to do, where you have to go, and you get an attitude with me because you don't want to hear that you can't just start a business, a legit business. I'm telling you, you're going to have to pay taxes to somebody, and you get an attitude with me. Now, the thing is, hello, Bishop, the thing is, you cannot just say, I'm taking over this business, and you haven't done your proper paperwork. And I wouldn't get into your business because I don't care. I get into your business because I want you to succeed. And I know that if you start off wrong, you start off without the foundation of your business, you are not going to succeed. And it's so easy to establish your business. You have to first have your own EIN number. You have to have your tax ID. You have to be able to be accountable for your business. So you first have to get your tax ID number. Once you get your tax ID number, Then you go on and register your business with the SEC. That's the state corporation. And once you get your business registered with state corporation, you take that downtown. Now, listen to me when I tell you that you're going to have to do an application for your business. And then with the application, you have to do a get zoning approval as well, okay? And so what happens is now, you know, when on SEC, and if you got a fictitious name, you're going to have to pay just a little bit of money for your fictitious name, probably about $10 or so for your fictitious name, meaning if your business is not in your given name, your government name, you're going to have to get that fictitious name approved. So you want to call your business Big Stuff, you got to get Big Stuff approved, okay? And you do that on the SEC as well. And then they're going to ask you what type of business do you have, LLC, corporation, partnership. All that stuff is coming from the SEC. Once you got that EIN number, that business name, and that SEC, you go downtown and you go to zoning. You get the zoning application. Now, depending on whether you're working from home, whether you're working from an office, it's different paperwork that's going to be needed. If you got an office, like I have an office, two of my business I work at in my office, so you're going to have to show them the actual plat of the business, basically, and that is, you know, where your office is located in the building, the parking that's allocated for the building, the approval for the zoning. If you with a building that already has zoning approved for businesses, you can use theirs. But if not, they have to go down and approve your building for you. So that might, you know, take some time as well. But you have to get approved from zoning. Once you get approved from zoning, you'll go down to the licenses and they'll give you some paperwork to take over to the cashier. That's when you pay for your business license, which gonna run you, I think it's about still $50 or so, I believe. The SEC, your first year of SEC is going to cost you $100 to get it initiated. And after that, it's going to be $50 per year. So you go over to the licenses that send you to pay for your license, and once everything is approved, and then you'll come back and they'll run your license for you. But you have to have all that. And see, with your license, you got to get that sticker too. You know, you in a building, you got to get that sticker. Y'all know that sticker that shows everybody that your business is registered for that year? You got to have that, and you have to post it as well so people can see it when they come in your business. And so these are the things you have to have. You can't just say, I got a business, and feel like you going to make some money, especially in a building in the city, and they haven't approved it. You can't do that. You have to get everything done on the up and up. And so when somebody is sitting here telling you, because let me tell y'all, a lot of people are so hateful, so selfish, that they don't want you to succeed, and they're not going to tell you how to establish a business, even though it's so simple. They're not going to tell you how to establish a building in the city that they're in. So they're going to keep it a secret, and they're going to want to watch you fail. That's how evil some people are. When you get somebody that's actually going to run down the procedure on how to start your own business, you need to listen, especially if you've never done it before. If you don't know, listen, let me tell you something. I shut down a business. I shut down one business and started the next business all within, I would say, 4 hours. That's what I did. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all know my sinuses be acting up. So all within 4 hours, I shut down a business and started a new business within 4 hours. Okay? I can do it with my eyes closed. Now, so if I'm trying to help you with your business, what's the problem? Why you get an attitude with me? Because I'm telling you that you're going to have to take baby steps, because I'm telling you, you can't just move into somebody else's position. They had to do their paperwork. You have to do yours. Listen, y'all, don't let these people shut your businesses down. Don't let them crush your dreams because you haven't done your part of the job. You have to make sure you have approval to have a business in your city. You have to make sure that your name that you want can be used in your city, because you have to get it approved to the SEC to make sure nobody else is using that name, and that name is attached to your business. You're going to get a number and everything from SEC, and you got to have, well, you're going to get a number from your EIN, and you got to make sure you have the original paperwork that they send you through the government, the tax site. You can do it online through the tax site, right? But you have to have the original paperwork in order for you to get a proper bank account. They want to see your EIN number written. Now, this is the kicker. They do not keep that paperwork on file when you apply for an EIN number. So you must save that paperwork. You must print it out when you apply for that EIN number. Print it out immediately. Save it to your computer, because you will not be able to get it back from that site, okay? This is the stuff that you need to know. Don't just shut it out. You can't go back and get it, all right? You got to keep up with your EIN number to your businesses. And so, and like I said, the bank, depending on where you banking, they want to see that original paperwork, okay? And I can tell you a bank right now that want to see it. That's Town Bank. They want to see that paperwork showing your EIN number. Trust me. So I don't have a problem with telling you how to get your business started. I don't have a problem walking you through it. I don't have a problem with guiding you, because I think it's enough out here for all of us. I'm personally, not even, well, I only compete with myself. I don't compete with anybody. I want everybody to win. I don't compete with nobody. Let me tell you something about me. I could care less about what you're doing over there on your side. I really could. As long as it's not harming me or our community, our youth, I don't care about what you're doing over there. See, that's a non-factor to me, because I believe there's enough out here for everybody. And I believe what God has for you, what God has for me, it is for us. I believe that. I believe that mine may not come till I'm 60 years old, but guess what? That was the time designated for my blessing to get there. And so I'm not a type of person that's going to hide and hold on to stuff because I don't want you to catch up to me. That's foolishness. And I just can't help but to be aggravated that when I try to help somebody, and they're gonna go out and do something stupid and try to do stuff their own way because they don't want to listen, and then the city is going to shut them down. It's sad. And I'm not a I told you so person. If I ever come at you and say I told you so, for real, I'm just being malicious. I'm just being real mean. But I'm not a I told you so person. If you don't want to listen to me, I know how to shake the dust from my feet, baby, and leave your presence. And I don't have a problem with that. And most of the time when I shake the dust from my feet, guess what? People want me to come back. They asking for me to come back. They really didn't want me to leave. They just didn't want to hear what I had to say or do what I needed them to do or show them, what I felt they needed, So I don't have a problem leaving. I have left for many places. Like I tell people, I have been kicked out of better institutions, better places, better houses, better businesses. I have. And so I don't have a problem getting out of your way. My mom always said, if a person don't want you around, don't be around. If they don't want to hear what you got to say, don't say it to them. Let them be, just get on with your getting on and leave them alone. And so I was raised like that, so I don't have a problem doing that. It's just that and I'm not even aggravated that they didn't want me to help them. My concern was more of the fact that I was concerned about them getting in trouble. That's it. I didn't care that they didn't want to hear from me. My whole concern throughout that whole conversation was the fact that I don't want this individual to get in any trouble. I don't want them to start their business and do something wrong and they get shut down. Probably can't open up a business in Portsmouth or wherever they're going to open the business up because they didn't want to listen. That was my concern. I truly, genuinely care about folks. Yes, I do talk my talk. And yes, I do come down real strong. I can't help it. That's my personality. And then the military didn't help any either, promoting me and making me somebody's supervisor. So I am kind of strong-headed. I am kind of tough, with my afro puffs. I am. But I am a loving person too. And I love to see people win. I love to see people win. And I'm going to tell you, when God blesses me to be able to give back more, oh gosh, y'all know what? I'm going to make some noise around this tip here. You know what I'm saying? I am going to make some noise. I am going to support all things that are good. I am going to make sure that our kids have everything that I can possibly provide for them that's good. I'm going to do some stuff around here that y'all you're going to spin your hands and be like, I can't believe she actually did it. I can't believe she kept her word. That's what I'm going to do because, listen, I can't take millions to the grave with me. And I say millions because I know that's what God is going to bless me with. It's coming. It's coming. I know it is. It's coming, and I can't take it with me to the grave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit aside for those that comes after me, my children's children, okay? And I'm going to take the rest of it, and I am going to make sure that I take care of those in need. That's what I'm going to do. What else should I do? Keep holding on to until I die? And nobody benefit from it? That's not what's going to happen. When God bless me, he's blessing me to bless somebody else. And that's why with my knowledge, I like to bless somebody else. I like to tell you what you need to do. Everybody don't want you to fail. No, everybody don't want you to win either. But everybody doesn't want you to fail. Where there's a good, believe me, there is a bad. Where there's a heaven, believe me, there is a hell. Where there's God, believe there is Satan. There is always an opposite. And everybody do not want you to fail. Some of us want you to win. I don't care who you are. I don't care. I still want you to win. The only time I get to acting up is when you start putting my name in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So leave my name out your mouth negatively and we ain't gonna have no problems. I'm telling you. We won't have no problems. Okay? A lot of people, I push the envelope sometimes, especially when I'm running, but I never say anything bad about anybody or candidate or a friend or a foe, except for one person. Y'all know who that was. Made me so mad that I was, I was contemplating on getting me a little case number. But then I had to remember that was my founding member and he was my elder. So I had to change that too, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, baby, I ain't never been that upset with anybody that I want to be doing something to them or talking about them bad and all that stuff. To me, that's just a non-factor. When you put yourself in that kind of predicament with me, you're a non-factor now. I don't even need to think about you. But I'm going to tell you, for the most part, I care about everybody. I care about what you're doing. Okay? I just can't support every endeavor that comes up. And I'm going to tell y'all this, just so you know, those of you who are going to listen to this video, if you invite me somewhere and you got a guest speaker that I don't want to hear what they got to say, that I don't respect, I'm not coming. That's it. If I tell you I'm coming somewhere and then I never get a ticket, trust me, it's probably your guest speaker. It's probably your guest speaker. I'm not going to make any deviations. I'm not going to come to any kind of midway agreement or compromise. I'm not going to do it. If it's somebody that I do not respect and I don't want to hear, I'm not coming to your event. That's just a part of life, my friend. I don't even care if I bought a ticket. I'm not coming. And I know some people can vouch that I have bought a ticket to their event and I did not show up because you didn't tell me who your guest speaker was. And I don't listen to everybody. Everybody cannot pour into me. I do not allow every spirit to pour into me. I was raised that way, and I firmly believe that everybody can't talk to me. They can't. And see, I know sometimes, sometimes you don't know, right? Because, like, I'm coming, y'all. Excuse me, please. See, this is living proof that my sinus be on fire every season. It doesn't matter. It got messed up. I got messed up in the military when I was going through those gas chambers and stuff. And I have never been right since. And I try to tell them that my sinus is like this 12 months, a year, but we'll get it right eventually, VA, won't we? So anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about. I just, I lost my place. Where were these sinuses? Okay, so let's go to me trying to help folks. Okay, supporting people. Okay, so supporting, like I said, if I buy a ticket to your event and I find out that the person that you have speaking is someone that I do not want to hear, I will not come to your event. I won't show up. I'm telling you, I will not show up. Keep the ticket, give it to someone else. You got the coins. I won't show up. I pay for the food. There you go. Okay. I just don't, like I said, I don't listen to everybody. I don't believe that everybody means well. Some people do a lot of stuff just for self-gratification, just to say that they have done this, that, and the other, just to say that they are who they are. Some people want titles just so they will have that title. You understand? Some people are not going to move unless they have a title. They're not going to do anything unless they have a title. They're not going to put forth any effort that title doesn't entitle them to do. You understand what I'm saying? They're not going to do anything extra outside of that title. That's why you got people sitting in positions now that will not even go into the community of the people that they represent. And I'm gonna tell you, if your city like mine don't have wards, you're doing it all wrong. You're doing it all wrong. We should have wards. We should have wards whereas you represent this ward, this person represents this ward, this person represents this ward, and that way we'll know who's really working for us and not working for themselves. Some people think for themselves. They don't think for the people. Y'all need to pay attention. What we need to do in Portsmouth is fight for wards, and that way we'll know who's really working for us, because the people in our wards, it will be who we put there. And if they're not doing a good job, we're going to snatch them out. If they get in there and try to be bond with other people in other wars and try to hog us, we snatching ours out and we're going to replace them. That's what you should be working for, or working towards, Portsmouth, getting wars and not people that's coming in as teams thinking alike and trying to hog and bully the citizens. Once you get them in there, excuse me, once you get them in there, you can't tell them nothing. You can't say nothing to them. You can't ask them nothing. You can't get a decent answer, because they bully you now because they know they got 4 years. You just gave them 4 years. And I'm going to talk because I'm telling you the truth. I'm not running for anything in 2023. Whether I run in 2024 or not, that remains to be seen. But right now, I'm telling you that we need to fight for wars in our city. We need to put these people in that we want, that we know is going to work, or are going to work for us. And when they don't work for us, we pull their little hind parts right out. We don't have to worry about putting in a team of people that's already on one sheet of music, that's already thinking about the best interest of them. Okay? We need people that's going to think about the best interest of the people in that particular ward. Then we'll get enough of all these people trying to tell us who to vote for with their little sheets and stuff like that. That's what we don't need. People bullying the voters, telling them who they need to vote for. And I'm just telling you, y'all might not look at it that way, but I'm telling you, do your research, fight for wars, fight to be able to choose who represents you in your ward directly. That's what we need in Portsmouth. I bet you some of this foolishness will stop because they'll want to keep their position hard enough where they're going to work hard for the people that they represent. That's what we need to be fighting for. I'm telling y'all, I'm just about sick of all these people that's getting elected and everybody thinking the same way. If you're all thinking the same way, how are we going to have anything original? How are we going to make changes? Everybody is thinking the same way. I'm tired of voting for people that I can't speak to. I'm tired of voting for people that's negative, people that don't know how to let stuff go. You got an attitude because somebody ran against you, and I'm not talking about it personally. I'm just saying in general, I've seen it. But you have attitude because somebody ran against you, and you're going to hold this grudge your whole 4 years because somebody wanted to run against you. Everybody deserves to run for office if that's what they want to do. Somebody got to win and somebody got to lose, which means when you win, you let that junk go. You won. But no, we got people in office that's still holding grudges because somebody didn't just let them get handed the position that they had to fight for and to win. It's ridiculous. It's childish. It's minute. And I think it's just a downright shame. I really do. And so, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not going to be doing no average coat voting. I'm going to vote for people that I really feel is going to represent me. I'm going to vote for people that I feel that's going to show some progress. That's how I'm going to vote. In 2024, whether I'm running or not, I don't know. Whether I'm running or not, I'm going to vote in a manner out of this world. Okay? And doggone not going to vote for no skin color. I showed that because it was people that looked like me that treated me like crap in 2020. And I ain't forget that. I done forgave y'all, but I ain't forget. And I'm not going to vote for you just because you look like me. And just because your skin color is brown. Because I know garbage when I see garbage. And I ain't call no names. Don't get mad. But if you get mad, and what? Okay? So this is what I want. When y'all go vote, make sure you're sure about who you vote for. Make sure you know that that person is going to represent you and your family well. Okay? And look, let me tell y'all this. Thank y'all for the ones that actually went up there and wrote my name in. That was so cute. I thought that was so cute. I don't know how many people done text me telling me I wrote your name in for school board. You guys are wonderful, but y'all know that, excuse me, that it was only one candidate for school board. Okay, but I thought that was so thoughtful and so sweet of you to write my name in. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm not gonna let you down because I was gonna just stop running, and then, but you know, people's like, please don't give up. Please don't give up. Don't just stop. Don't just stop. Listen, I got a life too. I do have a life. I'm trying to use what I got left to help our kids because I was a school child in the city. I was raised in this city. I benefited from this city, going to school in this city. I benefited from the teachers actually caring, the teachers actually being relaxed enough in the school system to teach well, to teach us well, because they weren't worried about any kind of repercussion, and they weren't worried about this or that or the other or foolishness. I was raised here in Portsmouth, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't hear all these rumors that the kids hear now. I mean, it makes no sense that my children would come home and tell me who's sleeping with who in the school system. It makes no sense. It made no sense to me because I had to remind my child to stay in a child's place. To stay in a child's place. But what happens is they lose respect for you. They lose respect for you when you are low life enough to let your business get in the street. I'm just saying. Okay, so take some pride and hold on to your business, okay? Take some pride and hold on to your business. Because for real, everybody don't want you to fail. Everybody don't want you to fail. And I'm the type of person that I'm going to keep your secret. I'm going to keep your secret until you start messing with me. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to keep it secret. But the thing is, you know, keep kids should be in children's place. Children should be in children's place. Kids don't need to be coming home talking about no rules between no adults. So we got to do better. And it's okay. It's okay. You know, but we have to do better. Okay? When we have to do better in our voting, we have to. We have to make sure that we are not being manipulated. Because what happens, we'll vote for somebody and then we will see that they don't really care about us. And then guess what? 4 years later, when they start getting nice and start showing up at your churches and start doing stuff in that last 6 months, you'll forget about all that other stuff that they didn't do for you. And then we'll turn around and we'll vote them back in again. And then here we go with another 3.5 years of some bull. Okay? Start writing the stuff down. Start writing dates down. What happened? What didn't you like? What didn't you agree with? What vote you didn't like that they did and you didn't agree, that you didn't agree with? What you asked them to do and they ignored you. When you called them and you invited them out to something and they ignored you. Start doing all that. Because I'm going to tell you something. If I invited you to something and you ignore me, that's a minus on you. I'm going to tell you that right now. That is me. And I ain't saying that you answered me and told me you couldn't make it. I'm saying you ignored me. You might as well hang it up because you pretty much done lost my vote already. I'm going to tell you like that. Because if you can't engage with the community just enough to say, I'm sorry, I can't make your event, you lost my vote, and I'm not going to tell nobody else to vote for you. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to give them some clues and say, well, see if they'll come out to your event. Or see if they will respond to you. You got a concern, see if they'll respond to your concern. Now, watch everybody start, because they're going to start responding, y'all, because we got a big election coming up next year. So y'all go ahead and get all your questions done, because the politicians going to start responding in a little bit, because they're going to want you to think that they care. I promise you, this is the time to get this stuff done. Wherever you at, this is the time for you to start getting stuff you want done, because in a minute, you got an election next year, and it's a 4-year election. They're going to want you to think that they care. So whatever you need done, this is your moment to get it done. Start hitting them up right now. Go to their emails. Go online, wherever city you in. Get their emails and start pushing them emails through so that they will give you what you want. Because they're going to kiss up to you for the next 6, I would say, but for the next year, let's say the next 12 months, they're going to kiss up to you. Let's see, 11. They need your vote next November. So now is the time to start getting what you need done. Now is the time to start telling them that you got problems with the street out here, and you got problems with the street lights and the holes in the street. This is the time to get everything that you need done in your city, wherever you are, because they're going to want your vote. Regardless of how they were through the whole 3 years and 2 months, they're going to want your vote. So they're going to want to show you something nice. And what I'm telling you is, do not forget how you were treated before now. Write everything down. So when you go, you're going to vote for the person that you feel is going to represent you properly. Now, and I'm going to tell y'all something. And I thought it was the dumbest thing. And I still feel that it's not really smart. This person came down to vote, and they were strictly, they were strictly dedicated to voting for their party, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't get it twisted. I'm with the different parties. I get it. Democrat, Republican, I get it. They all mean something different. But when I tell you that I'm independent, excuse me, that I'm independent, you're supposed to ask me questions. You're supposed to then say, well, what do you feel like about this? What do you feel about that? Then you're supposed to find out, are my ideas the same as your ideas? Do I lean left? Do I lean right? I know a lot of us don't understand it, but you need to know, do I lean more towards how you think, or do I lean more towards how they think? Because at one time, I was a Democrat. I was an active Democrat. Then I realized that there are some things that the Democrats do that I just don't agree with, okay? And I have that right not to agree with them, right? Doesn't mean I think they're a bad party. It's just that some things you can't stand up and say that I agree with them. You got some people that agree with everything that the Democrats say and everything that the Republicans say. And I can't say that on either side. I can't say that I agree fully with the Republicans or I disagree fully of the Republicans, or I agree fully with the Democrats, or I disagree fully with the Democrats. I can't say that. I can't say that. But I can say that there are some things that I do not agree with. Okay? And then, so if I'm an independent, you find out what it is that I agree with or disagree with that doesn't match you or that matches you. Not come down there and be like, I'm only voting for this and this and I'm only voting for that. And let me tell you how stupid it is. I'm going to tell y'all how stupid it is. You don't know what people do when they go into that booth, okay? You don't know. And so what happens a lot of times is I tell you to vote Democrat, but I done went in here and voted for the Republican, okay? Because I'm actually truly an undercover Republican. And I'm telling y'all, y'all don't believe me. This is what happens. People get paid to tell you to vote Democrat, but really they go in there voting something else. Or people get paid to tell you to vote Republican, and they go in there and they vote Democrat. Make up your own mind, because you're being manipulated by people that's being paid. Make up your own mind on who you want to vote for. And then the independents, you don't want to look at us, but we're the ones that's actually, let me put it this way. I'm the one that's reasonable. Because I'm going to be honest with you on how I do. See, abortion is not for me. Okay? But I know that what's for me may not be for you. And Christian-wise, I don't have to make that decision. I don't have to stand before God and talk about that. You do. You understand what I'm saying? So that's your choice. We got freedom of choice here. Okay? So no, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't have that right to make this choice. I'm not going to say, I know that we like to say is, it's murder and all that stuff. But right now, it's not for me. That's what I'm saying. It's not for me. So that's a decision that I would make for me would be a no. If I got pregnant at 50 years old, I would be almost a 51-year-old with a newborn. That would be me. Okay? That's all I can say. For me. Okay? And then what we forget is there is no sin greater than the other. Okay? There's no sin greater than the other. Fornicating, shacking up, stealing, lying, cheating, killing. There's no sin greater than the other. But we always want to point out something. We always want to well, what do? You lie? A lot of people lie. That's good. That sin is just, God see that sin the same as he said murder. He turns his back on all of that. He turns his back on all sin. All sin. Not little sin, not little white lie. All sin. And a man always try to decipher what sin that they're going to adhere to. And it really just, it's a turnoff for me. I just want to be out of your face. I want to walk away from you. Because you don't get to do that. A sin is a sin. Whether you're thinking it, whether you're acting upon it, it's a sin. Hating people because of the color of their skin is a sin. Being racist. And a lot of people, it's so embedded in them that they don't even realize just how racist they are. Let me tell you something. If you hear that somebody has gotten shot, and the first thing you say is, was it a black or a white person? You got a dang old problem. There's some racism in you. Because if you feel a relief that it wasn't a person from your same race, you have an issue. You have an issue. See, when mothers lose their children, I don't say was it a black mother or was it a white mother before I start crying. All I think was, that could be me. I could be that mother. And I shed tears because I hurt because she hurts. And I hurt because I know that I have children. And it's going to hurt. It would hurt me if anything happened to them. So I hurt with her.
Phone call completed.
Okay. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I hope y'all can still hear me. It doesn't matter to me what color it is if a person gets hit. It doesn't matter to me if a person gets robbed or raped or beat. I don't care what color they are. It's a human being. And that's the difference. If you always got to say, was it a black person? Was it a white person? And then, or was it Hispanic? Was it Asian person? And then you feel better because it wasn't the race that you are? You got an issue. You have an issue. You have an issue. I'm telling you that right now. Sometimes it's so embedded that we don't even realize it. But we have issues and we don't know it. So listen, everybody doesn't want you to fail. Just because you are getting corrected criticism doesn't mean they're not happy for you. Doesn't mean they don't want the best for you. But I just want you to know that sometimes you have to sit still and listen so that you can be on the right track. Sometimes you have to pay attention to who's for you so you can be on the right track. Because just like everybody don't want you to fail, everybody don't want you to win. And everybody's not going to fight for you just because they said they're going to fight for you. As a matter of fact, if you listen to some of these people, they will never say in their pitch when they're running for election that they're going to fight for you. They tell you what they want to do, but they'll never say they're going to fight for you. If you pay attention to what they've done since they've been elected, who they fight for? Who they fight for? The older people? That's fine. But what about these young people that get slaughtered in these streets? Who they fight for? Who which one went out into these neighborhoods to show face, to talk to the neighbors? Let me tell y'all something. I ain't scared of nothing. And I don't know what I'm going to run for this year coming. I don't know. But when I do run, you'll see me. You'll see me and you'll be able to approach me. That's when I run and if I run. You'll see me. I ain't got nothing to do but take care of my folks. And so y'all remember that God loves you. I love you. Make sure you love yourself and go and love someone else. Until we shall meet again, may you be tremendously blessed. Take care.